1,000 hours later, and I'm finally ready to do my official review on Fallout 76. Now, unlike most people, I did not write this game off when the game first came out, and I went into the game knowing that this would not be a traditional Fallout experience, but far from it. I judged this game based on what it was, which was a online survival RPG set in the Fallout universe, and that's kind of the grading scale I used for this game. I did not judge this as traditional Fallout. I looked at it as something completely new and different that Bethesda Game Studios was doing, which is partially why I played the game so long. So, like I said, 1,000 hours later, and I'm finally ready to do my official review on the game. So with that said, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Overall, I thought this was a good game. I think it needs a lot of work to become great, but at this current moment in time, Fallout 76 is undergoing a lot of changes. We have a lot of content on the way to come in 2019, and the Wild Appalachia content is still dropping, in fact, while I'm making this video, for the next couple of months, and then the rest of 2019 we're supposed to get content as well, which I am very excited for. So let's start from the beginning. From the beginning, the first thing I loved about this game was that the open world was so massive and gigantic. You have so much to explore inside Fallout 76 that it's unbelievable. This map is far bigger than anything Bethesda Game Studios has ever created before, and is definitely more dynamic than anything Bethesda Game Studios ever created before. I'm not sure if it's because it's based off real life or whatever have you. We all know that this game is based off West Virginia, obviously on a smaller scale, more smushed together. But the map is just all around amazing. It's one of the things that drew me into the game. There's hundreds of locations to explore, each with its own unique either quest, its own armor or weapons, or its own stuff for you to find so you could use for crafting, whether that be some typewriters, desk fans, duct tape. Everywhere I went inside the Fallout 76 world, it served some kind of purpose, and there was something there that was useful for my survival in the Fallout 76 world. And I think that is the best thing that could have came of all the locations that were inside the Fallout 76 world. The map had 5 distinct different regions to it, each with its own unique weapons, armor, enemies, each with its own unique, obviously locations. Each biome felt like its own little world, and it's really nice because on one end of the map it's luscious and green and it's beautiful, and on the other end of the map it's like toxic and disgusting, and you like watching your background every corner, and you're worried about getting beat up or jumped by a scorch beast or some crazy enemies like that, some high level people. And then on one edge of the map, like I said, it's luscious, it's green, it's beautiful, low level enemies, really relaxed. And as you progress throughout the world, not only do the enemies get tougher, but the world gets nastier as well, which I think is really nice. The second thing I really loved about this game was the lack of NPCs. Many people did not like this. I, in fact, enjoyed it very much because I knew the whole point of the lack of NPCs was for us, the players, to replace them. And that was really interesting and unique. Obviously, we still have the robot vendors and stuff like that, so it's not completely gone. We have a couple of robots that would give you quests here and there, so obviously the lack of NPCs isn't completely gone, but the lack of human NPCs is gone. And us, the players, have replaced them, and we obviously can't do, that much in the way of, oh, here's a quest or something like that. But in the way of just being alive, obviously a real person can never be, programmed or replaced by, some type of NPC or human NPC. And I think that was really nice inside Fallout 76, that it was real people that I got to interact with. When I would see someone walking down the road, it would always be, them saying hello or what's up, or they would continue on their way. They would want to trade. You never knew how those interactions were going to go down. If the person wanted to fight you, which very rarely happened to me, because I started so many characters so many times and I was really low level. But it was always interesting when you see in a person because you honestly never knew what was going to happen. And in that aspect, it was really nice to see the NPCs replaced by us, the players. Because in other Bethesda games, when you see an NPC bandit or a traitor or whatever have you, you already knew what the situation was going to be. But in Fallout 76, it's different since they're other people. And that's something I really liked about this game as well. The third thing I really liked about this game was the story. Now, a lot of people did not like the story, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Obviously, I knew it wasn't going to be as dynamic as before, due to multiple reasons, mainly this being a online game. I knew that our choices weren't going to affect the world as much and stuff like that. But just the way the story played out was really fun. There was a purpose to it. If you listened to the holotapes like you were supposed to, if you read the notes like you were supposed to, and you got involved with the atmospheric storytelling that Bethesda Game Studios put in the game, you really felt like you were in a truly alive world that was dead. You felt like you were alive in a true apocalyptic scenario 25 years after the nuclear bombs had fallen, all while this scorched beast plague is, plaguing the land and turning people into scorched. And it was just so much fun when I started to play the game and look at it for what it was. I told you guys I didn't go within this game with crazy expectations, like I would a normal Bethesda game. But just the way the story was written was so amazing. As long as you took a moment to appreciate the atmospheric storytelling that Bethesda Game Studios put into the game by way of notes, holotapes, terminals, and stuff like that. As long as you wanted to be involved in the story, it was a good one. A lot of players didn't want to be involved in the story. A lot of people didn't want to listen to the holotapes. They didn't want to read the notes. They didn't want to, read the terminals. And that's where a lot of people fell short. But if they would have just took the time to do some simple little things, the story would have been so much better for everybody. When it came to the crafting system, the base building, and stuff like that, I really enjoyed all of it. It wasn't overcomplicated like you see in other online survival games. It was simple yet fun, and there was always something that you could work towards, whether that be a new generator or a new water purifying system or something like that. There was always something to work towards, which I really enjoyed and I really loved about this game when it came to the crafting and the camp system. And when it came to the camp system, you could set your home anywhere. In games like Fallout 4, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, there was only specific places where you could live, where you could have your home. But in Fallout 76, your home is anywhere you want it to be. If you want to climb to the top of the mountain, you could put your house there. If you want to go away from all of the players, you can. If you want to set it right up next to the vault so you could help other players, you can do that. And that was really something that was amazing about Fallout 76, was the ability to just be able to call wherever I wanted home. And the simplicity of the crafting system was really nice and not overcomplicated. You get more perks, you get to craft more. It was simple, easy, and fun, in my opinion, the crafting system. And when it came to the survival aspect of the game, although I was, looking for a more hardcore experience, I knew that this was going to be softcore survival because they said that at E3 when this game was announced. When it comes to things like, having to farm for food and having to, make water, as you level up, those things get easier. It's not hard. I've seen a lot of people in the beginning complaining about the survival aspect of the game, like, I don't want to have to eat food, I don't want to have to drink water. But if you paid attention to what this game was going to be, a softcore survival, you knew there was going to be elements like that. But as you leveled up, it got easier and much funner to do. And it just got easier as time went on, and the more stuff you had set up at your camp, the easier it was for you to survive. And that was a really awesome aspect of the game as well. Another awesome thing I really loved about this game was the community surrounding it. Every player I ran into was nice. I never ran into any a-holes. I never got griefed. I never ran into any players who were just shouting profanity at the top of their lungs like I see in other videos. I'm not sure if it's because I play on PC and maybe the audience is more mature, laid back, and relaxed, to where on console, it's just, I don't want to say a bunch of little kids, but, from what I've seen, a lot of these videos where people get griefed and trolled and stuff like that, a lot of that's on console. And for me, when I played, I didn't run into any of that. There was no drama for me. There was no people trying to, uh, kill me. There was nobody trying to destroy my camp. Nobody was griefing me. Nobody was doing anything wrong. Sure, there were times where I accidentally shot someone's thing and I became wanted and they killed me for the bounty, but if you had a bounty on your head, what can you really expect? They're just playing the game to its fullest capacity. So that didn't really make me mad or upset or anything like that. And I thought it was just really cool and really awesome. The way the community, not only in game, was so amazing, kind, and generous. Not only did people help out lower level players, not only did, people have a positive attitude in game, even with so much hate surrounding it. People also were on the forums, on Reddit, on, just sharing their opinions on the game. And through a lot of the darkness and all the hate that there was around this game, there was light shining through from all those amazing people who kept giving this game constructive criticism, who, wanted to make this game better. And it really paid off. Because at this current moment in time, Fallout 76 has turned itself completely around. If you played it on day one and then you play it now, it's just a completely, totally different experience. The bugs and the glitches, still some of them are there, but that's with every online game. A lot of them are gone. I don't have any. I mean, obviously people are going to say they have some. Everybody has a different experience with the game, but I've never ran into any problems with bugs and glitches, in the past couple of weeks. At first, when the game launched, obviously there was visual effects, there was enemies being invisible and so on and so forth. But as the game went on in its lifespan, as Bethesda Game Studios continued to update this game, it got a lot better. And there's so much more on the way still to come with the Wild Appalachia update, not only adding content for the next couple of months, but then you have in summer 2019 Nuclear Winter, and then you also have I think Survive Together or something like that in spring. And it was just so amazing just to see this game go from what it was to what it is now. And it's another reason I fell in love with this game, is because it kept on getting better over time, and there was always something for me to look forward to in each and every single update. And this game is going to get updated for years to come, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to feel the same way 1 year from now, 2 years from now, about Fallout 76. But my experience was overall amazing with this game. I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was good. I think it needs a lot of work, but I see that Bethesda Game Studios is willing to do that, and I think it can become a great game through updates and stuff like that. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I went a little unscripted on this video. I just did this all in one take, so I hope, even though it might seem a little sloppy or a little weird, or I might stutter here and there, you guys won't critique me too hard on that. But yeah, those were just my honest feelings after playing Fallout 76 for 1,000 hours. I loved it. It was amazing, and I'm probably going to continue to play it. When it came to the story, it was fun. Every aspect of this game I could possibly look at, it was good. It was fun. It was interesting. It was unique. It was different than other Fallout games. And maybe since I looked at it that way, my opinion's different on it. But it's definitely not a bad game. It's definitely far from bad. Uh, but yeah. Anyways, love you all. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye bye, everybody. Have a good one.